Hey, it's Tuesday and I gotta hurry up because I got a lot of stuff going on, but I thought this was prime opportunity to show you a dirty secret. Okay. I'm in one of the many closets in my house. I do not do well with closets. I do best with closets that are just kind of left empty. This is the emptiest of all of my closets. And some of the garments in here are, most of the garments in here are well over 20 years old because that's who I am now. The old man with all of the clothes and I'm not a clothes horse and I'm not a clothes hoarder because I don't have that much as far as clothes go. And hats, I got a lot of hats, but it's not that many hats. Hats take up a lot of damn room, though. When I was young, you would just wear a hat for a season, throw it away, and get a new hat. But I haven't done that in a while. Anyway, pulling stuff out of the closet. Now, I know you're already wondering, what is that? What is that? Okay. In 1988, in Lexington, Kentucky, I met the first love of my life. It was summer of '96, and he was from Battle Creek, Michigan. His name was Danny, and he was absolutely so beautiful and so funny. He was funny and smart and just as pretty to look at as he was to listen to. And he was a bright and true spirit, I really think. He had a bit of a problem with the old drink, which I had when I met him, I was not having a trouble with drink because I had decided to not have a problem with drink anymore, not drink anymore, and do the things that kept me from not drinking. But Danny, he didn't do that. Anyway, the thing is, we had a long distance relationship for 6 months, and I just lived for his phone calls. And look, you would too. So after we broke up, I pined for him something terrible, and I painted this portrait of him as I remembered him best in the solarium of my apartment in Lexington, Kentucky, and I just want you to see it. I don't really have room. Maybe one day I'll get it out and show the world again. But anyway, he is naked, but you don't see. I wouldn't paint willies and things like that. I just thought I was just too highbrow. I remember, oh, you should have painted his wiener. I don't paint those. I like those pictures, but I don't paint them. That's not what I do. Anyway, this is very much Danny Lucas, and it's pretty much based on one morning in my room, which was regal, baby, on West Main Street. But this was painted in Hampton Court after my heart was broken, and I moved to California. It was in the cab of the truck with us behind the seats. It was just like, anyway, not too long after I moved to California, uh, actually, 2 years after I moved to California, I met Omar, and Omar is the actual love of my life because he is the one that held on forever and has been so good to me, and we've been good to each other and taken care of each other and held each other sacred all these years, driven each other crazy, argued and fought like dogs, but I never hit him. I'm just gonna say I never hit him. I never ever. No, we don't go for that stuff around here. Anyway, when right after he and I met when we were dating, this painting was hanging in my bedroom, and it loomed over the bed. It did. It was because this is huge. It's like 4 feet by. I think it's like it looks to me. Yeah, it's 4 feet by almost 3 feet. It's big, and Omar said, "I've been meaning to ask you who is this guy in this picture?" And I said, "Oh, that's my last boyfriend. That's my old boyfriend." And when I was in Kentucky, and he said, "Boy, I don't think I like it very much." And I left it for a while, but he kept saying, "I don't think I like it very much." And I finally said, "Well, I've seen that movie, Rebecca, so I'm going to put Danny in the back of the closet because I'm not going to get rid of him because he was part of my life. I hope to leave this to his daughter, who is my good friend, um, in Chicago. But I don't know, things are weird. You know how much it costs to ship something like this? And also, people kind of prefer snapshots sometimes. I mean, does Simona even live in a house that could house something this big without, like you don't want the entire wall of your house to be a, like, softcore pornographic painting of your father. It's not. It's not pornographic. We're talking about love. We're talking about love, not the sex. But the sex that came with love was pretty good. But that's none of your damn business, even though you'd like to know. You'd like to know. Anyway, that was my darling Danny. And may he rest in peace. He's been gone. He's been gone for 30 years this September. That breaks my heart. Not from me, from the world. But, you know. Okay, what am I? I'm doing something wrong here, folks. I've done it somehow wrong. Listen, I need to go. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Bye. Come on.